Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in last week's video I covered whether Google Ads or Meta Ads would be better for your business. Well, in today's video I'm going to be going through Google Ads, some of the key mistakes business owners make or even agencies make when running ads campaigns. So if you're looking to start out running your own Google Ads campaign, or even if you've run it previously and drained your complete budget, and right at the end I'll show you some real results that we've got for a client that we're generating leads for as we speak. And for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Bobby, co-founder of Be Munchy Online. We've been running since 2016, helping businesses get online and get found online through organic marketing and paid ads marketing, through SEO as well as paid ads marketing. Let's jump right in. The first point I want to cover is keywords. Now on Google Ads, there's 3 keyword types. One is broad match, secondly, it's phrase match, and thirdly, exact match. Each one of them have their own meanings, which are kindly self-explanatory. Let me cover what a broad match keyword is very briefly. So if one of your keywords was roofing and somebody typed in roofing on Google, you would appear. If somebody typed in how to find a roofing company near me, you would still appear. If somebody typed in roofing tutorials, you would still appear. Now let's say you install boilers. Let's say one of your keywords was boiler and it's set as a broad match keyword. If somebody typed in how to fix a boiler, you would still appear. If somebody typed in boiler repair near me, you would also still appear. If someone said boiler leak, you would still appear. If somebody typed in a brand name of a boiler, such as Bosch boiler, you would still appear. Now you might say, well, I don't do any of them services. That's where phrase match and exact match keywords come in, because you will then be able to limit what people type in. So then it could be boiler installation as a phrase match keyword. So if somebody typed in that certain keyword, you would appear on Google. Now if somebody typed in boiler installation Manchester but you're based over in London, if your location settings are not correct, you would still also appear. Now let me show you one location mistake to avoid that happening. So the first mistake to avoid is when you go to your campaigns and click on overview, go to campaign settings, and this location setting must be changed. If you go to location options, you'll notice Google have recommended you to select this area. Now the problem with the top one is it simply says where people are present or showing interest in that location, which is what you don't want. You actually want people in the location or regularly in your included locations. That will then get rid of people who are searching for something where they've got an interest in your location. So that's setting 1 for the locations. Secondly, for your locations, you can actually put in the location plus a mile radius that you want to cover. That'll then actually improve or even exclude the locations you are not covering. Once you've got that setting correct, you then want to go down to the locations and enter in a location you wish to include. And if you click on advanced search, you can simply type in a location. So at the moment we have this client in Reading, but if for example we want to remove London, we'll just simply type in London and then you press exclude, and that will then get rid of London. So anybody searching in London would remove that client. However, on this campaign setting we don't need it. So let me show you how you can make sure your keywords are set up correctly by adding in negative keywords to your Google Ads campaigns. So first of all, you go to negative keywords and then you can add in all the keywords that you do not want to appear for. And as you'll notice for this client, it's actually a live client of ours who run a taxi company. We've added in a list of different types of keywords, and in total there are probably just over 150 keywords that we've added as negative keywords. Some are phrase matches, some are exact match, and then some are also broad match. For example, one of them being free. You don't want to be shown as a free taxi company or a competitor such as Uber. There's no point being found for that. So let me show you what we've done for one of our clients for their campaigns. So if we go to campaigns and click keywords, under audience, keywords and content, you'll notice we've added phrase match keywords in place. However, alongside of that, we do have a broad match keyword in place as well. And this is from the last 30 days, so you can see the date as we speak. And then these are obviously the campaigns and ad groups. Now, if we scroll right down to the bottom, there's over 174 keywords in total. And what you'll notice, so as you'll notice, we've got phrase match keywords in place, as well as the odd few broad match keywords. And that's mainly to help increase the inquiries coming through, along with search terms. Now, whilst I'm touching upon search terms, which are people basically typing in different keywords relating to the broad match keyword. Key areas that you want to look into whilst you're on the keywords list. One is the negative keywords. The second area you want to look at would be negative keywords. Now, if you've got 0 negative keywords in your campaign, you'll be making a big mistake and draining out majority of your budget. This is where most campaigns go wrong and end up wasting their budget and then wonder what happened. I didn't get no inquiries. Google Ads don't work for me. So you want to go back to keywords, click on your negative keywords, see if there is any keywords added, first of all, from your agency, or if you're doing it yourself, you want to start adding in keywords. And if you're like, well, I'm not sure what keywords to add in place, you'll have some of the basics, such as a keyword like free, how to, tutorials, school, course, jobs, career. These are probably some of the basic ones if you're trying to generate leads for your business. But if you're still not sure, this is where search terms come in place. And let me show you how to find them. So you go to your campaign, insights and reports, and click on search terms. Now what you'll notice is these are all the search terms. Now the search terms are basically reports. Search terms are what you've actually been found for. So what people are actually physically typing in on Google is not necessarily just your keyword. There will be a search term report for any campaign you run. So you can figure out what keywords are actually being typed in so you can be found for them. And now you can start figuring out which ones you don't want. And just as a crucial tip, it's always good to go into this search term report every 48 hours and keep adding in negative keywords so that your campaign is being well optimized and you're not draining out your budget. So what you'll notice here is taxi Reading. It's an exact match keyword and it's already added as a normal keyword for the campaign. You've got taxis Reading. So it's a slight different variation, classes as a different search term. Then you've got taxis near me. It's an exact match. Nothing's actually happened to this keyword. Now this client has been found for this keyword because we're in a certain location, somebody's typed it in. And if we keep scrolling down, you'll notice someone's actually typed in the company name along with a telephone number. It's a broad match keyword. They've actually had 17 impressions from it and 10 clicks. And what you'll notice here is we've got a broad match keyword that we've been tracking. They've actually had 17 impressions, which is the number of times the ad has been shown. They've had 10 clicks to the actual campaign, which has not changed from the previous month, which is why you see the percentages here. And then if we scroll over to the right, they've actually had an inquiry come from it, which cost them £9.84. And it's a 10% conversion rate, just from that alone. However, if we go up to some of the broader search terms, you'll notice they've had, again, taxi Reading. Conversion rate is slightly lower, it's at 2.7%, but it's increased from the previous month, and the conversions have increased by 14%. The cost per conversion has also gone down. If you're unsure, so now you can see the search terms that you're being found for. If you want to exclude any of them, you simply just click on the left hand side and you can add it as a negative keyword or you can add it as a keyword into your campaign. Now I've covered through your keyword types, how to add negative keywords, and if you're not sure how to add them, how to find them through your search term reports. Now there's one more setting you want to avoid from your Google Ads campaign to avoid wasting your budget, especially if you're a service-based business or a trades business, as well as if you're providing professional services in certain areas only. Now if you need to go to campaigns and click overview, click on campaign settings. If you scroll down to locations and click on location options, you want to make sure that your campaign has got the presence, has not got the interest. You want to make sure the correct setting is selected. So you want to include people in or regularly in your included locations. If you select the one above, it means anybody that is outside of your location of your searches can show interest. Now once you've clicked location options, there's two options that you can see here. Google would normally recommend the top one. And the reason for that one being recommended is because people are showing interest. It doesn't mean people are actually physically in that location. Let's take an example of John. Let's say John is based in Manchester and he's typed in taxis in Reading or services in Reading for any style of business. Now if you've got the top setting in place, it means someone's shown interest but they're not physically in that location. Whereas if you have the bottom one in place, it's the presence only without the interest, meaning someone is normally always in that location. The intent is a lot more higher for the end user, which will ultimately result in a higher conversion rate, which is why it's important to have this in place. Now hopefully you'll be able to go in and implement one of the 4 tips that I've mentioned to actually save your budget on your campaign. So for this client of ours, they've had a slight increase on the conversion rate percentage, it's gone up. However, overall, the number of conversions have gone up by 16%. So for this client, we've been working on this campaign for the past month with this client. The clicks have actually gone up by 7%. The number of times they've been shown has also gone up by 13%. Now, even though they've had a slight drop in the click-through rate, their average cost per click has also dropped. The average cost on the whole campaign has only gone up by 4%, but the number of conversions have gone up just over 12%, which also means the cost per conversion has dropped by 7%, and the conversion rate has also increased, which basically means the number of times they've converted an inquiry has also increased on their website. So with this campaign, it's had slight improvements on the number of inquiries coming in and getting them at a cheaper price compared to what it was at the previous month. And if you're currently running Google Ads or an SEO campaign to drive more inquiries to your business and you'd like us to do a free strategy review, click on the link below and we'd be more than happy to take a look over it to see if you qualify. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video, comment below if you have any questions or queries. Thanks for watching.